Hello and welcome to iamGEEK, and this is episode 290. My name's Ryan. I'm joined by my brother Chris and our good pal Katrin. We are back.
Yo.
I think everybody's, as I start to cough, everybody's maybe healthy. We've been I was down sick, but we're back. We're doing
Great.
good. We're happy to be back. It's been a couple of weeks, I think, just because of sickness and holidays and all that stuff. But we're back with some epic stuff to talk about.
Wow.
Epic, you say?
Epic. Just, hit that, button.
Epic.
Katrin has this new
That's
setup
epic.
where he's got all these buttons that he just likes to press. So who knows what's going to happen?
Who knows?
Who knows?
You never know.
Even he doesn't know.
He could boo us out of the building anytime he wants to.
No, wouldn't do that.
He's going to right now as soon as I start talking. Anyways, so tonight we thought we would, next time we have some guests coming on, as long as everything lines up, should be some guests. So we thought, since we've been away for a while, we thought we'd play some catch up.
I was going to
mustard.
Yeah. Maybe a little barbecue sauce. Yeah.
And just talk about some of the crazy stuff going on, the geeky stuff coming out, the announcements and everything in the theme park world and beyond, and just have some fun chats. Maybe, say what we like about it, say how we would do it. Maybe say what we don't like about it. I don't know. We'll see. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be wild. Going to be geeky? I don't know.
It's going to be.
Sure. Yeah.
Anyways, so a lot of news has come out. Like a lot since 2024 has started, as far as Disney, Universal, Marvel, Star Wars.
Yep.
Not a ton of Star Wars. A little bit of Star Wars.
Just
a little bit.
We've got Bad Batch coming out soon.
Yeah, we do have that.
That's not news, but
yeah,
it's something.
It's not news. It's final season.
Yeah.
But the biggest news is pretty epic.
Is it epic?
The first time since 1999.
Ooh.
Remember that year?
Yes.
It's a fog.
Yeah. The first time since 1990.
We partied like it was 1999.
Yeah. There's a lot of partying that year.
Oh man, the first time since 1999, a new theme park is going to be opening in Orlando, Florida. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
half the listeners is turned off. Right there. I'm pretty sure. I mean, you can correct me. I don't know. You can email us or whatever if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Islands of Adventure opened in 1999. Animal Kingdom opened in 1998. So it's been since the 90s since a new theme park. Now, Universal technically calls
States,
Volcano in Orlando.
Yeah, in Orlando.
I think Universal calls Volcano Bay or whatever
Volcano Bay,
a theme park, but that's a water park. Come on,
it's a water park.
It's a water park. It doesn't count.
It's got water in it.
If it's like 90% water rides, it's not a theme park. It's just a water park.
It's a water park.
Yeah,
it's a place to go get wet.
Which I haven't been. I really want to go. It looks fun. I do like my water parks. I haven't got to go since having kids, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have. And plus, the ones in Disney have been closed or were closed for like quite a long time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
since 2020.
Yeah, but they're open now.
But they are. I believe they are open.
Yeah. One of them may be down right now for their annual.
I think one of them opened. I don't think both of them.
I know Blizzard Beach is open.
Feel free to go and go down a slide right into a giant toilet. That'd be great.
What? You talking about the cruise ships? What are you talking about?
No, just water parks in general.
Oh
no!
Surely you're not saying that people like use the bathroom in the water.
Oh no, never.
Oh, okay.
They wouldn't do that.
It's not allowed. It's in the rules.
Oh,
Yeah.
got it. Sorry.
All the water will
They've
turn
got
green
that.
around them.
They've got that sign where it says "Welcome to our ool."
Notice there's no
there is
P
no
in it.
P in
P
it.
in it.
Keep it, yeah.
Please
It's in-
keep it that way.
Yeah.
They're so clever.
So this is pretty. I mean, this is pretty big news because it's 2024 and a theme park has not opened in Orlando.
Yeah.
Since 1999. It's pretty cool. It's
A major theme park, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, a major. I mean,
Yeah.
I can't think of any kind of theme park that's.
When did
new one.
Legoland open?
Well, that's technically not in Orlando.
That's true. It's in Winter Park, or what is it called? Winter Haven. That
That took over a different park, pretty much.
Yeah.
They bought Cypress Gardens and switched it to Legoland.
Yeah, that's true.
Wow.
So never mind.
I don't know when that opened, but it's not Orlando. I guess.
It's not Orlando.
It's like, yeah, it's a little ways away. We've been. It's fun. So anyway,
They speaking of Legoland, though, they are opening a new attraction. It's the Ferrari attraction at Legoland. So it's about cars and things that you can build. So there you go.
I'm going to sit here and watch me build this Ferrari logo.
Yeah, and there's parts of cars and all that. So never mind.
So the tagline for Epic Universe, and we're going to go through some of this and then give our thoughts on it, is 5 immersive worlds, 1 amazing theme park. You think we're like jabbing at Disney World a little bit there instead of calling it 5 amazing lands? They're like, well, we got five amazing worlds in 1 theme park. We're that cool.
I mean, if it's epic, you can't go land. You got to go world.
You gotta go world.
You got to go big.
Not a land. It's not like Frontierland or Tomorrowland. It's a world of possibilities.
It's epic.
The cool thing that I like that they're using the it's really the design that was started by, I guess, Disney. The sort of the spokes, the wheel and spokes.
Yeah,
so basically you have the Celestial Park is what they're calling it, where you enter. And then off from there, you're going to have portals that lead to the different worlds.
Transition you into the other worlds, right?
So like in California, they have the Nintendo world there, and there's like a pipe that you go through, like in the game.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming they're going to do something like that for each of these portals, where it immerses you into the next world, and it's just not like walking under a thing.
Now, does it break down your atoms and then reassemble them on the other side, or does it like do like a copy to where like
nope,
it
just
goes through and
screens.
makes a copy? So maybe the old copy possibly dies.
No,
but then reborn
it's
into
not
a
that
copy.
epic.
it's just screens. Just screens.
Oh, okay. All right.
Sorry. To make it
But they
look
do.
like-
From the images, it is this like round entrance, like you're going in through a tube, and there's some sort of transition. So it's a cool idea. I mean, it allows you to do different things that aren't related, and you're transitioning to these other worlds.
Yes, worlds. And so far, it looks like, I mean, they're not done with construction, of course.
No.
But from the pictures I've seen, it looks like they're trying to stay pretty true to the concept art as far as how stuff's laid out, what it looks like. Whereas our other friends over at Disney, when they put out concept art and then they put out the actual thing, they're like, where's the concept art for this? Oh, that's nothing like what we got. Epcot, for example. The concept art they put out for their big, lush area turned into a statue of Walt and some picnic tables, pretty much, right? From what I could tell. Yeah, womp womp, right.
And there you go.
Yeah.
Got it.
But with the first time that they've announced the world, the Celestial Park, it looks like they are doing that. They're putting, as they say, they're putting the park back in theme park, and it looks like lots of plants, big fountains.
Nothing like Epcot, though, right?
It looks way better.
It does, but it's like very reminiscent of Epcot.
Yeah. It does.
I guess the fountain, the big fountain,
Yes,
which Epcot took out their big fountain.
Gotta have a fountain.
This fountain, there's going to be a main fountain, and the water's going to go up to like 135 feet tall, like we'll shoot up in the air. And there'll be like shows, daytime shows and nighttime shows with the big huge fountain. They also have a splash area too. I think that's what you're
Yeah,
like a
maybe
splash
so.
zone. But they're having this big fountain that's going to have like their nighttime show and daytime shows that you can gather around in the park.
And they don't know where the water is going to land. It's going to go up, but they just don't know. It's going to be
going to go
random.
all the way over to Epcot, and they're going to be like, "We're spitting on you." But Celestial Park, it's not just the hub; it's also going to have rides, which is cool. So this is one of their worlds. It's going to have a dueling coaster, the Starfall Racers roller coasters. So it's going to be 2 coasters side by side, like you're racing through stars. I don't know. And it's going to have one of those rides that every theme park has to have now, the Whirl and Twirl type ride.
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta have it.
Your favorite.
No. I'm just gonna have some fine dining at Atlantic Undersea Adventure. Big Nintendo Superstore there. For some reason, it's gonna be at the front of the park. I guess they'll have one.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
people leaving, they got to hit them up last minute.
I mean, usually they have like at the front of the park, they'll have a store that has like all the stuff in it, but I guess it's just gonna be Nintendo. And then they're gonna have the Blue Dragon Pan Asian restaurant, and that's gonna be Celestial Park. So that's the only world that we know in depth what all's gonna be in it.
Right.
But there's 4 more.
Wow.
Ooh, plus a hotel.
Plus a hotel, the Universal Helios. And it's going to have views of the park. So when you look out your window, you can see the park. I don't know if they're going to have balconies or just windows. And then I think there's a private entrance if you're staying at the hotel to get into the park.
Yeah, I want to stay there.
Yeah. 500 rooms. So not huge, but it's big. And I'm sure it's going to be really expensive.
It's going to be expensive.
Yeah, it's going to be expensive.
Yeah. Yep. But okay, so let's list these other areas. So I think Chris is going to be excited about this one. Maybe.
Which one?
How to Train Your Dragon, Isle of Berk.
Yeah.
So do you think this is a good choice, a weird choice?
No, I think it's a good choice. It's one of their more popular franchises, which they still are doing stuff with. They've got the live action movie planned for it as well. So it's not like it's like a property like maybe like Shrek or something that they haven't done anything in a while. It's a little bit more current, and all the movies have been good. I don't think I disliked any of them. And plus they've got like TV series that they've done several things with. So I think it's a good choice. I think it's a good, because especially if you want to pick like one property that's going to be like more for kids.
Yeah, that's gonna be it
and stuff. I think that's a good choice out of all.
And the rides, from what we can tell, look like they're going to be kids rides, like geared towards kids.
Yeah, probably.
We don't know much about it. We've just seen an aerial shot of one of those, for lack of a better term, carnival rides.
Yeah, where you're like on a dragon, kind of going in a circle or something.
Yeah. Which another ride that it's not for me. Well, they didn't ask me about it. I just picked one of those rides. I don't know why they would ask me. So more merch for you and your wife to buy.
Yeah. We're fans probably. We're fans of.
So excited about that.
Yeah. Our Tesla, every Halloween we have a toothless costume that we put on it for the kids.
Maybe they'll bring you down for the opening.
Man,
I think so. I think they should.
Like, have you not gotten the call already?
Or maybe I have already got a call.
He can't talk about it.
You can't talk about it. Can you take guess?
Maybe not. I don't know.
Blink twice if yes.
If I'm being held hostage.
Oh, he blinked once.
Oh, wait.
All right, so then we got that. Then we got Super Nintendo World, which is going to be the largest Nintendo World, I think, that they've made, because it's going to have 3 rides, probably restaurants, shops,
kinds
of stuff. It's taking what they've done and expanding on it.
Yeah, so it's going to have the Mario Kart ride, which is Bowser's whatever challenge. Is it going to have the Yoshi ride?
Not sure. I know there's
It's
going
going
to
to
be
have a
Donkey
Donkey
Kong.
Kong roller coaster.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, a Donkey Kong roller coaster makes perfect sense. I mean, the when we played like Donkey Kong Country, it was
Yeah,
like they need to make that a ride. That'd be so fun.
I guess they are. So again, not much information out about any of these, but yeah, it's going to be bigger than LA
They
sure.
did. There is like a
or
like
Hollywood.
one of those like things that they put out that I guess they put in a permit for or something or whatever, for the Donkey Kong ride, where it looks like when you're on the ride, it'll look like you're jumping tracks.
Yeah.
Like your actual track will be underneath you, and it'll look like you're on a track, but like so it'll look like you're actually like going
Jumping
through
the
air,
track.
jumping tracks. That'd
People
be cool.
freak out and they'll jump out of the
That's gonna
vehicle.
be so cool.
And then they'll close it down.
Oh,
Oh,
All right. Then we have Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Ministry of Magic. Can we fit any more Wizarding World words into? So they're calling it the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Ministry of Magic, but it's going to take place in Fantastic Beasts and the Fantastic Beasts Paris and the Ministry of Magic.
Yeah, so it's like they're combining two. They're like, which do we want to do? Let's do both.
I feel like after what happened with Fantastic Beasts, that originally I think it was supposed to just be Fantastic Beasts. And then with it not doing as good as they wanted to, which was sort of their own fault because they kept changing the cast and all kinds of stuff. They're like, well, let's just loosely base it off that and make it more Ministry of Magic, and we'll throw in some Paris from the 1920s.
Yeah, well, I think it's a good choice to do kind of two different things. Like, I don't think they could have done everything off of Fantastic Beasts, and they definitely couldn't have done everything with just Ministry of Magic. So just doing both, I think, gives them a lot more that they can work with.
Yeah. But there's no Harry Potter, right?
Well, yeah.
it's an expansion of the
No. Like I'm saying, is like it's not
Wizarding
going to be in that time period at all.
Gotcha.
I don't know if they've really set a time period for the Ministry of Magic part of it. They did with the Fantastic Beasts. I think they said like 1920s or whenever that's supposed to take place.
Yeah, I sort of wish that they just kept it the same time period as Harry Potter, because then you have in each park you could technically go from Diagon Alley to Hogwarts to Ministry of Magic, and it's all in the same time period. So it makes sense. But whatever, they do whatever they want to. I think again they were thinking that Fantastic Beasts was going to be as popular as Harry Potter. So originally this land was just gonna, or this world was just gonna be Fantastic Beasts, so they pivoted. So we'll have to say they did announce they're like there's gonna be a ride, but they said we're not gonna tell you about the ride because it's too big of a surprise.
How about that? Thanks. Because they don't have it worked out yet.
Nope.
We're still working on it.
We know there's going to be a ride.
Yeah. There probably has some crazy thing imagined for it and planned for it, but they still haven't figured out how it's going to work or if it's going to work. So if they were to say what it was and it didn't come out, then everybody's mad, right? So
just like Disney,
yeah. So they learned.
They learned from Disney,
from other people's mistakes, and it's fine. What's it going to matter if they tell us now? It's like people are still going to be excited either way.
And it could be a very complex ride that they don't want to show too early.
Yeah, because Disney's
still breaking.
Yeah, Disney's like we're going to do something. So if they see this, they're like, oh, we can do that and we can do it better, or whatever. So.
Yeah, it's funny though how Disney and Universal announce things. Universal will wait and announce like, we're having this big epic park, and Disney's like, we may be doing something.
Blue sky.
We're putting some money in there.
Frontierland. What's beyond Frontierland? I don't know. Maybe something. I don't get it.
No, what's beyond the frontier?
I don't.
I mean, isn't that the whole point? Is like
Yeah, it's on the edge. It's the frontier.
the frontier.
Bob's back.
There's nothing out there. You got to
Right.
find it.
You just wait and see. We got something back there. Anyways, and then the last world will be Dark Universe. Now, I'm excited about this one, but after reading the description, I'm gonna be honest,
Mm.
a little less excited about it after reading. Because when they said Dark Universe and they said basically Universal Monsters, I'm like, oh, that's cool. We're gonna get like they're gonna make it like here's what I was thinking. Like maybe some of it's like gonna look like you're in black and white, like it's gonna look like the old school monsters, Dracula, Wolfman, maybe Creature from the Black Lagoon, maybe Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, all that stuff.
Phantom of the Opera, one of the classics.
Phantom of the Opera, yeah, like the classics. I'm like, oh, that'd be cool. Like, wouldn't it be cool if they like had like a black and white ride? Everything was like in black and white.
Yeah,
so it'd be cool.
I mean, that'd be easy. We're like, oh, we don't even have to paint this.
Yeah.
But then the description came out about it, and it said, from the experiments of Dr. Victoria Frankenstein to a shadowy landscape where monsters roam, Dark Universe is a world of myth and mystery. Who's Victoria Frankenstein?
It's a new character.
Let's just see. Victoria von Frankenstein is a Marvel character.
It's Frankenstein. It's not Frankenstein. It's pronounced Frankenstein.
Sorry.
So I guess they're doing the let's update all the Universal Monsters route, which to me, it's probably going to still be good because I still think Galaxy's Edge is one of my favorite places to go at Disney World or in the Orlando area. So it's still going to be good.
Okay.
But you think they would have looked at Galaxy's Edge and be like, oh, so the people really wanted like original trilogy, but they gave them something else. Maybe we should give them original monsters. No. Let's make them new. Let's make them all new.
We sound uneducated here.
Well, probably.
You've heard of the book Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's a character in that book is a lead role is Dr.
Victoria
Frankenstein. Yes.
Ooh.
In Selma. What? I'm sorry, that's not right. In Selma Dmitrovic's adaptation of the novel. So they made it up in some other thing. I don't know. I told you.
I started to say I don't remember. I don't remember Mary Shelley's Frankenstein having Victoria Frankenstein in it.
Yeah, I think they're just doing they're trying to make it in modern day.
Yeah, I know. But again, like I was saying with Star Wars, a lot of people want original trilogy or that type of Star Wars. We don't want modern day Star Wars, or we don't want. So to me, with Universal Monsters, because I love the Universal Monsters, I want the original Universal Monsters. I don't want modernized Lisa Frankenstein or whatever, you know?
I want young Frankenstein. That's what.
Well, yeah, of course you do. So so they did some of the haunted houses at Horror Nights. They did some of the Universal Monsters. So we'll see. Maybe they'll pull from those. It's going to be fun either way. I was just like thinking, oh, cool. Like, just like How to Train Your Dragon. It's going to be the characters from How You Train Your Dragon. Not like instead of toothless, it's going to be full of teeth dragon or something.
No.
It's not,
at the same time. I mean, they're probably thinking ahead with some of these characters because I mean, if you look at like Steamboat Willie now, that's free to use.
Yeah.
With like some of these old characters, some of them could be free to use now, coming up soon. So they're trying to like revamp it so where they can have like full claim on these characters that they're doing, and you won't be having a bunch of merch out there that people are hawking. So they could be thinking that route.
But that's not what I want.
It doesn't matter what you want.
I know.
They're trying.
It really doesn't. It's all
Yeah.
about money. It's all about how we can make the most money, and how they can make the most
Mhm.
money is by making new reimagined characters, because then they'll have the rights to those and can make as much money as they
Yeah.
want, and nobody can make money off of them.
Well, I bet they'll still have like Frankenstein's monster. The monster will still be like
Sometimes,
the
sometimes,
monster,
yeah,
So my
and
guess,
Wolfman will still be a Wolfman.
maybe
Dracula.
could be like Lemur Man. You never know.
my guess about this Victoria Frankenstein is that okay. So this is a play. If I'd read the whole article, it would have helped. But this is a play that was in 2017. They talked about where it was an adaptation of the book. Right. My guess is that there's probably a movie in the works, maybe that they've
Could possibly.
picked up,
They've.
and we just haven't heard anything about or something.
Yeah.
You know, and then so they're already ready, and it's
But what if the movie bombs?
too bad.
Yeah. Well, they've been
Okay.
trying to get their Dark Universe movies going
Yeah.
for a number of years now with little success. So
And why did they? And okay, let's talk about that. Why do you think it did not succeed?
Tom Cruise.
Maybe it
Well,
did
I
not
mean,
succeed because they didn't use the original monsters. They're like, let's switch
well,
everything around. And
Dracula
make it
Untold they
different.
did, and I actually liked Dracula Untold. I
Yeah.
thought it was a fun movie.
Mummy
It
was-
didn't do well at the box office. The Mummy was because
can
they were
say.
just trying to do too much in that movie. I think.
It's hard when you have a Brendan Fraser mummy to follow that up.
Yeah, it's difficult because that's so good.
Oh, very good.
So have y'all seen the pictures of the Frankenstein Tavern?
No, I don't think I have.
Yeah, so there's a picture, and it's like this really cool gothic looking tavern thing that's oddly shaped and all this. But this article says portal archways installed, Frankenstein Tavern revealed, test dummies on Yoshi's Adventure during Epic Universe construction. So it is Yoshi's Adventure.
Again, I'm looking forward to Dark Universe. That's the one I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to the most.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I like my classic monsters being classic monsters. That's just me.
But are those too scary for a theme park? I know you said like Halloween Horror Nights, they've got it, but is it for a day-to-day park?
So Victoria Frankenstein's going to be like,
That's what,
mom next door. Hey, kids,
Mm-hmm.
come on over. I want to
Yeah.
show you something
now
I made.
the doctor is not is not the monster.
No,
Right.
but the doctor's going to be like, hey, kids, come over. I baked some cookies and I made something special in the basement. Come on
Mhm.
over and take a look. I
I
call it
mean-
my monster.
Dracula's going to be more like Bunnicula, where you're just sucking on tomatoes
Yeah.
and color out of fruits and veggies.
You brought up kids, though. It's interesting because when you think of Universal parks, you don't think of kids, I guess.
Yeah.
You think of
Sure.
more
That's
teenagers.
That's true. So Universal
Mhm.
is like you graduated from Disney and now you're going to Universal.
Now you're going to
So-
Universal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And if
That's
you look at the
true.
lands, like
But maybe they're trying to open it up more because, like you said, the How to Train Your Dragon land looks like kiddie rides, right? And that's not that's something that they
carnival
have.
rides, yeah. But
So they
when did
just leave their kids there, and then they go to Dark Universe.
when did
Yes.
How to Train Your Dragon come out? What year?
It seems like a long time.
2010. Yes,
Mhm.
2010, I think. Release
right.
date March 21st, 2010.
Wow.
So if you think about the age of people that
The
probably saw that movie, they'd be
yeah,
older.
but-
If you think about the people that would like Mario or Nintendo World,
But all
I mean,
that stuff is
that's really our age, right?
but all that stuff is renewed and
Yeah.
and
If you think
especially
about
How to Train
Wizarding
Your Dragon,
World,
they're making
the
newer
people
stuff. Right?
that really were into Wizarding World, they would be older now.
Maybe.
Dark Universe, of course, they would be older. So yes, there's going to be like kids elements, but a lot of this is geared towards people older.
Well,
right?
the rides we've seen so
they're
far
taking their
are-
kids now.
yeah.
They're like, oh,
Mhm.
you want to, Harry Potter, you want to come check it out? I read this when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Because now you can say that with the age that Harry Potter is. I read this when I was a kid, and now I want my kids to read it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, I played Mario when I was a kid. I want my kids to play Mario. So all this stuff. So yes, I think it's still. I think like
Yeah.
Magic Kingdom, Disney, kids, family, kids, and Universal has just said, we're going to own it. We're going to gear our stuff more up in age.
Yeah, I mean,
But-
I was the wolf man when I was a kid, so I mean,
That's right.
Still are on certain times of the month.
But could they be trying to change it a little bit just so that they pull some of that crowd over?
I think
too?
that, I think they want to pull some of that crowd over, and the rides, like in
Yeah.
Train Your Dragon, will reflect that. But then, and Nintendo World will reflect that.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you
it
also
looks
have
like there'll be a mixture, I think,
Yeah.
for kids and
For
adults.
sure. Yeah, I mean that the one ride where they're chasing each other, that's definitely more intense than just a kiddie.
Yeah.
It's not a kiddie ride. So.
Because I was thinking about earlier. I was thinking about what brought it up? It was something about cosplaying, and I was thinking about our age. I don't know what made me think of it, but I was thinking about our age, like our wives probably aren't going to don't cosplay much. My wife, especially my wife. I mean, but there's a lot younger generation now where everybody just cosplays and they love it. So, where was I going with that? So, like, so that age where cosplay got big and stuff, that age is starting to get where they have full-time jobs, they have a income, they have disposable income. Depending on the
maybe not right now.
Yeah, maybe not right now, but
that time
where you could be like, we got a new Harry Potter, and they're like, I grew up with Harry Potter. I can go buy my robes. I can go to 3 different Harry Potter worlds now. So they can make. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is Universal, by doing this, is going to be able to really cut in to Disney now.
Sure.
Because before it was like, I'll go on a Disney trip and we'll do 1 or 2 days of Universal. But now with 3 parks and a water park, it could be, I'll go on a Universal trip and I'll do a couple days at Disney.
Sure.
It's going to be the wars picking up here. So I don't know if any of that made sense, what I was saying about, I was trying to get to, there's a lot of people that are getting to the age, or that are getting to the age now where well, like, because look at our age, when we grew up, it wasn't cool to be a Star Wars fan. It wasn't cool to be into Marvel. It wasn't cool to be all this stuff. But in today's world, it is cool to be a geek. It's cool to love Star Wars. If you go to a Star Wars convention or a MegaCon that just happened, when you're or Comic Palooza when we go, it's coming up. Is it just old dudes in costumes walking around? No, there's like ladies, there's men, everybody's in costumes because they all love this geeky stuff. So
I'm usually around a couple old dudes that are dressed up.
I know, but
when we go,
I was just saying, the people that are the main targets now are into all that stuff.
Sure,
but I
we're
think
sort of
they will
above
have
the main targets now because we're old.
Yeah, I think they will have a kiddie area in Dark Universe. I think it's just a werewolf petting zoo. The kids can go in there and pet a werewolf.
I thought it was just going to be the Hansel and Gretel candy house experience where you send your children to the witch to eat candy all day.
Yeah,
maybe
come in, eat some candy, stay for dinner. My dinner.
You got the baby Black Lagoon where the kids can just float. Floaties.
Anyways, so which of the worlds are you looking most forward to?
I am probably all of them. I'm probably looking forward most to Dark Universe. Just because I love like all the old monster movies and stuff.
Oh, they're not going to be there though.
But I mean, just like and the new ones too. Like I've always loved like a werewolf movie, or like a vampire movie and stuff like that. So, I'm really hoping that it's just going to be just so immersive. Like it's just going to look old world, like Transylvania kind of thing to walk through, and I think that'll be cool. Other ones will be fun, but that's probably the one I'm looking forward to the most.
Katrin?
I want to say Mario, just because that's what I grew up with and what I've been most excited about. We've seen it a lot, though. That's the only thing. It's like seen it a lot, but
Yeah.
I've not seen any of the Harry Potter stuff, so that's interesting to me. But maybe just
You haven't seen wait. You haven't
the
seen
Harry
any of the movies? Or you haven't seen any
No,
of the
I'm talking about
parks?
the lands. I haven't seen any part of
Oh, so you haven't been to any of them?
No.
Oh, we got to go sometime, man.
Yeah.
He's like, no.
Get you butterbeer.
It's just really cool. I know.
Yeah,
it's just really cool to see.
I'm
Yeah,
sure it is, and I want to go. It's just we haven't gone, and
Yeah.
But I don't know. Just the opening land that is pretty
Celestial
cool.
Park.
Oh. Celestial Park. That's pretty cool. You know, that restaurant that's like in the water right there. That looks pretty cool. And
Picture's just gonna go and not go through any portals.
I'm not gonna go through any portals.
He's gonna sit in Celestial Park all
You
day.
asked me which one I'm the most excited about. I'm excited about Celestial.
Get some popcorn, just sitting there feeding the birds.
The thing I like about Celestial Park
brings
is
the park back to theme parks.
Well, the thing I like about it, which I agree with you, is that it's not just a hub.
Yeah,
it is a hub, but it also has rides.
Yeah,
it's going to have probably a really good roller coaster, and then a twirl thing, but but a really good roller coaster.
But just it's somewhere to go to hang out and look around. It looks pretty cool. So. What about you, Ryan?
Probably Dark Universe. I'm looking more because I like the Universal monsters a lot, and it's something different. You know, it hasn't really been done. I mean, they've had Halloween Horror Nights, but they haven't had there hasn't been like a theme park.
They just they need to have a Beetlejuice stage show. That's all they need.
Yeah,
that'd be nice. Now, and I am looking toward the more Wizarding World, just because how top notch the other two have been.
Yeah,
I'm like, this has got to be as top notch because I think they have to make it as top notch. So, and walking through the ministry and stuff, like I can't wait till my kids get old enough for Harry Potter, because I really want to do it's 11, right? It's when Harry first goes, when he turns 11. That's when he gets his letter.
That sounds right.
So I sort of want to wait until my son turns 11 and be like, okay, now we're going to watch Harry Potter, and now we're going to go to Harry Potter. And by then, all three.
Your daughter can't.
No, she has to stay. She can't go.
She's not 11. She's not 11.
Sorry, you're not 11.
Just look over the portal and be
like on the movies.
What are they doing?
She's like, you're Jenny. I'm sorry, you're Jenny. You can't go.
You have to stay behind.
We're
going to drive to the airport, and I'm going. Sorry, you got to stay here.
All right.
But put her in the glass thing with the fake guy that's the tourist or whatever. That's like a mannequin. It looks the wax figure that looks really real in the airport.
But I mean, that's something that we couldn't do when we were a kid.
Yes.
Like we couldn't be like. Of course, we're old. I mean, Harry Potter wasn't out when we were a kid. We couldn't read a book series or watch a movie series and then go to it. But I mean, that's so cool that
there was no ample doppelganger.
You could go to Dollywood and live like Little House on the Prairie, kind of.
I mean, if I tried to get it like in a boxcar with the boxcar children, that wasn't going to be good. That wasn't going to be good.
I just think it's cool that there's
yes,
whether you have your kid read the books or watch the movies or both, and then be like, hey, do you want to go? Do you want to go there? And be like, no, it's not real. Like, no, it's real. Let's go. The only thing is that kids are getting I feel like kids are growing up faster than when we were a kid. So I feel like if I wait till 11, they're gonna be like, I'm too cool for Harry Potter.
Well, it wouldn't. It's not surprising anymore, too, right? Our kids have been to Disney World a bunch of times, and they know what it looks like and what to expect. And we say, "There's this new world coming." It's like, "Oh, that's cool," but it's not like, "Wow!"
I play when I get a chance to, which I don't often, the Hogwarts Legacy game. And there was one night I was playing it, and the kids were asleep, and then I hear pitter patter of feet Open the door. And it's my son. He's like, "What's going on in here?"
What's
I'm like, "I'm playing a game." He goes, "I keep hearing Revelio, Revelio, Revelio." He's like, "What's Revelio?" Because
You're
on the
not 11
game,
yet.
on the game, yeah, you're not 11 with. Yep. On the game, when you want to find stuff, you have to cast Revelio, and then it'll make stuff appear. So you have to do it like all the time. So you're just walking around going Revelio, Revelio. So then he like looked on the screen. He's like, "Oh, keep playing." So I played for a few minutes just so he could see it. He's like, "This is so cool. Like, this is cool. Keep playing. This is cool." But they did go, "Do you just walk around a lot? Like, you find anything?"
What do you actually do in this game?
Yeah. And then I went and fought some like dark wizards or something.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, that's cool." So and then like they get these Kinder eggs,
Yeah.
those little candy things. And right now, the Kinder eggs, when you get those, it comes with a Harry Potter toy.
Oh.
So it's like a little tiny Harry Potter Funko looking thing.
There you go.
So they got some, and they were like, my daughter opened hers. She's like, and they don't really know much about Harry Potter, but she's like, I got Harry Potter. And then my son opened his. He's like, "Who's this lady?" He's like, "Do you want to trade for Harry?" And my daughter's like, "I don't know who that is." So like, "Oh, that's McGonagall." And they're like, "Who?" And then they opened another one, and it was Dumbledore. And they're like, "Who's this guy with a beard?"
Who's this
Dumb-
geezer?
It's like
Gandalf.
It's like,
Gandalf.
"That's Dumbledore." He's like the headmaster of Hogwarts. And they're like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." So they're starting to understand a little bit what it is. And so I don't know if I'll be able to wait till he's 11 or not.
He dies later.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like
Don't get
10.
too attached.
Like I feel like 10 would be a good like age. Like why couldn't
Yeah.
Harry go to 10?
Well, I mean, you could. I mean, if you wanted to do like start at 10 and
Yeah.
then watch the
Actually
movies over the
go
course
at
of
a-
a year,
yeah,
then the
yeah.
next year actually go. Yeah.
Right. You got to
That's
start
true.
now.
I just start right now. I gotta wake him up right
wake
now.
them up.
Mm-hmm.
I go
like
watching
that,
Harry
yeah.
Potter. I don't think my daughter could watch Harry Potter now, especially because in the first one, you have a certain animal that scares her. Snake. Like if you
Well, she needs to get over that. So.
In the first one?
Is it the first one?
No, that's
No,
no,
the
that's the
second
second one.
Chamber-
That's the second
I
one.
thought he talks to the snake. at
Well,
the zoo.
he does talk to a snake, but
No,
I mean,
no,
it's briefly.
But here's the thing: if she sees one, she freaks
Oh.
out. So
We'll just
so that's
take
why
out
I'm
the room
like,
for that part.
I guess.
And really, the second one is not necessarily a snake; it's a basilisk.
Well, yeah. Like we were walking through Five Below today, and there was a toy in there, and she like freaked out and ran. She's like, she'll be like, "Don't say the S word," and I'm like, at first I was like, well, "Yeah, you don't
say
say
that
the
word
S
around
word." What S word are you talking about?
Sandwich.
The SNAKE. I'm like, "Oh yeah. Don't say it. We won't say it." Like, shoot, it's just snake. It's not something else
You said it.
that you've learned.
She would
we
not.
We don't say the S word around here.
She would not like the video that I watched today. That this guy around his property has laid down all these long pieces of metal, like sheets of metal on the ground, and he'll go and open them up occasionally to see what snakes are under there, and he'll just like grab them and like this, and unless it's like a poisonous snake, or venomous. I'm sorry, not poisonous, venomous snake.
Did you see? We're getting off track, but did you see the video of the girl whose guinea pig? She was looking for her guinea pig in the backyard, and it was in the bush, and a snake had gotten hold of it. So she picked up the tail. She picked up the tail of the snake and started swinging it around.
Yes,
the guinea pig was on the end of it, swinging around, and she's screaming the whole time. And then the dad runs out, like grabs it, and the guinea pig runs off.
Oh gosh!
And she was like, "Oh no!"
Oh no!
I was like, well, the girl was screaming, but I was like, that's a brave little girl. She wanted her guinea pig safe, but it was so because it's just a long snake, and the guinea pig is in its mouth, and it's just swinging
No,
around like a lasso.
Oh, that's horrible.
It's just screaming. I was like, and the dog, there's a big poodle, and it's just sitting there like, what the heck are you doing? Look it up.
Look it up.
I don't know how you Google that, like guinea pig snake, maybe.
I'm sure
I don't
in
know if I want
Instagram
to.
or something you can probably find it. I'm sure
Probably.
somebody's got it there. Or on
All
YouTube.
right. Yeah, so that's Epic Universe. I think it's going to be epic. It says 2025. Okay, let's give our guesstimations. When in 2025 do you think it will open?
I mean, if they were trying to get the most amount of people in there and most excitement about it, it'll be in the summer, like in May or something like that. But that doesn't seem. I don't know. It seems like they've got a ways to go. Maybe I don't know. They do things a lot quicker though.
They
so
do
like
things a lot quicker.
less
Yeah.
End of
stringent.
August. End of August.
I guess
They've already started, testing some of the rides.
Yeah. End of August sounds good.
I was listening to a podcast and they said their guess was spring break, and I was like,
Wow.
"Wow, that's like a year from now."
Yeah, it's a year from now. I mean, I keep forgetting it's only February, right?
Yeah,
February.
so that'd be like get everything done and ready
Yeah.
in a year.
Yeah. I mean, they've
that
moved
would
pretty
make
quickly.
the most sense for them, like financially.
Sure. Yeah.
Get it open by spring break, and then you'd have spring break money, summer money.
We'll see.
But it could be like Disney, and it could be December 31st. Because it's still 2025.
2020.
Yep.
Because that's what they did with Moana water thing, I think. They said coming in November 2023, and it opened the last day of November.
That was just water shooting out of stuff.
I know. Disney's slow. I don't know what they're doing. Speaking of Disney, Country Bears closed down to revamp, to put in Disney-friendly songs. And to
They
get
weren't
rid
already?
to get rid of liver lips, basically.
No.
Yeah, there will be no more blood on the saddle. The last day I watched a video and there were people going like all day long, just over and over and over again. And then the last show, very last show, it breaks down. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they let people just sort of wander around in there and look at and they gave them posters. So that's opening back up. Tiana's, what's it called? I don't ever remember the name of it. Tiana's water.
No,
I don't.
good grief.
Tiana's not Splash Mountain Adventure has water in it now.
IU Adventure, right?
IU Adventure. I knew there was a venture in there, but I couldn't remember what the second word was. Has water in it.
Yeah.
So that's
late 2024.
Yeah, so it'll be December 31st.
Yes.
2024. I think they said maybe November.
Who knows?
It's cold out and no one goes on the water slide.
Yeah, pretty much.
Rides.
We don't have to worry about it. No, it's still warm then. That's the thing, is like it really doesn't get cold until maybe late December, January, right? Then it's cold for a little bit.
And then 1900 Park Fair is reopening. That's the character restaurant at Grand Floridian with new characters.
Oh.
So it'll be like Aladdin.
Oh.
He's not
Maribel. And some other ones. Yeah.
Okay. Is it like fancy Aladdin?
Oh, yeah, actually, yeah. It's going to be his Prince Ali outfit.
There you go.
Oh, well, fancy.
But yeah, before we went, and it was like Cinderella, the Ugly Stepsisters,
and Mary Poppins.
Right? Stuff like that. It made sense.
Yeah.
At the Grand Floridian.
Yeah.
So now it's going to be Mirabelle and Prince Ali. Mighty is he. Ali.
Well, I mean, no shoes, no shirt, no service. So he's got to.
Yeah, he's got to.
He's got to go.
He's got to go. And
so that's opening up. There's not much more at Disney. They said they're going to spend billions of dollars.
Yes.
We'll see.
There is one more piece of news we did not discuss, and it has to do with Epic.
Oh no.
So Disney is buying into the
Epic
video
Games.
game maker, Epic Games, as a response probably to Epic Universe. I don't know. Just so when people search for Epic, they find Disney too. I'm sure it's part of it. But they're going to do some stuff with Fortnite, it looks like.
Yeah. My concern is goodbye Epic Games. Because every time Disney has bought video game stuff, it doesn't last long. Well, we don't have to get into video game stuff, but they because they got Club Penguin gone. They bought some other gaming thing. It shut it down. They had Disney Infinity, and it was fun. And they're like, "Nah, let's not do that." I love Disney Infinity. They're like, "Nah, let's not do that anymore." So now I feel like Fortnite maybe on the chopping block. They buy it and they're like, "Well,
it's hard to believe.
never mind."
I don't know. I guess it's really not a whole lot of information. They just bought stake in it, so they're investing into it to put their stuff in it. So to bring properties like Star Wars, Marvel, and it says Avatar. Oh, great. Which that makes sense. I mean,
it could
putting
be cool.
Disney things in there. I don't. It's not like they're taking it over. I think they're just buying part of it.
I think they're buying the majority of it, though.
It's $1.5 billion stake into it, which is crazy.
Some people are saying, well, I guess Fortnite, probably the first thing to go will be Fortnite being free. You'll probably have to pay for it now.
Yeah.
It won't be a free download.
Well, that's for the ad-free version.
Oh my gosh.
They're saying it's not only video, like you can play, you can shop. I'm like, oh, great. You can maybe, like.
So I had an ad the other night in a video game. There's this basketball game that I play, and when you're waiting for the game to load, it has these little videos, and it's they're just talking about people in the community playing the 2K NBA game, right? And they show these videos of people playing. Well, at one point they played a Sour Patch Kids or whatever the candy like commercial on there. And I was like, I paid for this game already. I don't need this, And only every once in a while. It's like it's not every time I play. It's just like every once in a while this ad pops up. I'm just like, what in the world?
It's like at the gas station. We're trying to pump gas. Commercials keep popping up on the screen. You're like, I'm just trying to get gas.
I just want gas. Don't need to talk to me at all.
Well, in LA they got TVs. It just they have like a gas station channel.
Oh yeah.
That's
they have
the
it here
security
too.
cameras.
Oh, they got there too. Okay.
They have like you can click on the weather. You can click on traffic, or you could. The funniest thing is it's at HEB. It's got nobody cares about this, but it's got like advertisements for like get a cold beverage. But there's no place to. It says go in and get a cold beverage, but there's no place to go in and get a cold beverage there because it's like you just pay at the pump or you go up and get lottery tickets from the lady in the little booth.
Have cold drinks there. Usually,
maybe I don't. But it's like go inside, get some cold beverage. It's like there's no place to get cold beverages.
Go inside.
Anyways, so I'm sure there's probably some other Disney stuff that we're missing.
Did we say Moana 2? Did we?
That's a movie. Yeah, there's supposedly a Moana 2 movie coming out.
2. They're doing another Toy Story movie, which is the one time I'm just not looking forward to another Toy Story movie. Like
the Frozen movie.
The last Toy Story is just like ugh.
Yeah, I think if they did Toy Story 5 like Tim Allen wanted to do it, I'd be up for it.
Sure,
because he did an interview and he's like, if you're doing another one, like I heard we're doing another one or whatever. He goes, it should be about Andy growing up and his kids getting these toys for his kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and that's your movie, but they won't do that.
I won't do it.
There'll be some other carnival thing. More toys are taken to the carnival and die.
We don't care about the kids anymore. It's all about us.
Yeah. All right. Well, there we go. I think that's it. That's our epic episode. So epic. Push that button.
Epic.
So epic. All right, I'll leave you with this. Survivor, I haven't watched in years, is coming back at the end of February, and I know somebody that's going to be on the show.
Wow.
Ooh.
I know a Survivor. Liz Wilcox. So if you watch Survivor, cheer for Liz. Who knows if I don't know if she wins or not. She just bought like 3 houses. But no. It was funny. She does a conference I was at, and at the conference she's like, yeah, this is before we knew she was on Survivor, but that she was going to be on the next one. She goes, yeah, I just bought a house, moved in this last week in Orlando. And I'm like, And then it was announced that she was going to be on the show, and I was like, "Did she win? Is that why she bought a house?" But yeah, so she's going to be on the next one. So I'm looking. I haven't watched Survivor in years, but I guess I need to watch this season.
At least for as long as she's on the show.
Yeah, it could be like one episode. You know, you never know with Survivor.
Yeah,
You never know.
that's why they play the game.
Yes. Anyways, all right. Well, thank you for joining us on iamGEEK. We'll be back with some special guests next time. And in between weeks, check us out on Living with the Landspeeder, where we Star Warsify Disney parks one attraction at a time. It's a blast. We have fun. And check out iamGEEK shop on Etsy for all of your Kyber crystal needs, because you know you need them for your lightsabers. Anyways, all right. We'll talk to you next time on iamGEEK.
Bye-bye.